This is Hickory King Corn. Hickory King Corn. I shelled this a few days ago, a couple of days ago. I just went out and got me a couple of years and just shelled it. Shelled her off there. Gonna try to make something here. I'm gonna run this real time so you'll be able to see what I'm doing. And it shouldn't be too complicated. We're just gonna take this pot off, put this other one on. This is for grinding, the other one's for blending, mixing. We put the corn in, we got everything turned low. Okay, we'll take us a cup of water. I like to fill it almost just a little over a cup here. And I'll go ahead and put it in the microwave. And I just set it on 5 minutes. And that gets everything started. And then try to find me a bowl. It don't have to be a big bowl. That's a big bowl. We don't need a bigger bowl that big. Should be one in the cabinet. Oh yeah. We'll take us a bowl and we'll take our corn that with this ground. Go ahead and put it in the bowl. And then while your water's heating up, of course I've got this cooker warming up too. It's warming up. What I do is I like to put just a little bit of sugar in it. That's 2 tablespoons of sugar. And then it's good to add maybe, this is flour, self-rising flour. Put you 3 or 4 tablespoons in there, whatever you want to put in. And then salt, just a little salt. That's probably 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then just mix that up a little. While your water is warming up, just go ahead and mix this up, combine it good. This is something that's quick. And this, other than the flour, you don't even have to put the flour in, but I like to put a little flour in, kind of bond stuff, you know, just a little bit. And there's nothing in this but a cup of corn ground, about 4 tablespoons of flour, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And the sugar's optional. You don't have to put it in there. This combine it, mix it up a little bit, just like that. And we've got our cooker up to temperature. I'm gonna get a couple of paper towels here. Get us a couple of paper towels to lay in the plate. We'll lay that in the plate right there. Now I'm gonna bring this camera over here. Oh yeah, that water's done. I'll bring you over here now. Our water's done. It's a boiling. Boiling hot water. Boiling hot water. Steaming, boiling hot water. And now what, I don't pour all this in there at one time, but quite a bit. Pour it in there, all but about that much. And just turn that. Just a little like that. We're not trying to make soup out of this. We're just gonna kind of make a dough out of it. If it's any dry like that, just add a little more, a little at a time. You don't want to overdo it. Just like that. When everything looks wet, a little dry, right in there. Okay. Look at that. That's what we're after. We're just wanting to wet that. Now that's boiling hot water. Boiling hot water is what that is. Boiling hot water. Had just a little left. You can see there, just a little left. And we're done. We don't need it. We don't want to make that runny. We want to make that where it's moist. Now what's happening to that right there right now? It's cooking. It's cooking right now. I just take this big spoon, clean that out, and use this little spoon to push with. But you can see this gets you about, oh, it don't take much, about that much right there. And we'll take this, just ease it off in there. There we go. Push it off, like that. Nothing about this complicated. Just rake her in there. And maybe I can get one more. Now that's pushing it, I'll tell you. It's pushing it. It's putting a little bit more in there than really should be at one time, but that's all right. Okay. That's got her a cook in there. I'll have to get me a fork, and that way I can move that around just a little bit, make sure that nothing's a sticking. Now again, I've got this set at 350. It's set at 350. The mode, you can see there, 350. Yeah. You boy. She's warm, my friend. Let her boil. Deep fry, not boil. Let that stuff cook. Till she gets good and brown, about however you like it. However you like it. It don't take long either, I'll tell you it don't. When you add that boiling water to that mixture, that cornbread mixture, it's cooked. It cooks it before it ever hits that grease. The inside's cooked. You'll get to floating a little bit. You know it's a getting right when it does that. Yeah, everything's loose. There's one thing about it. It's quick and all but the flour, of course the little sugar, salt, just a little add-on. That cornmeal was growed right down here in the garden. That's Hickory King Corn. This is just one more thing. It's quick and simple and delicious. A thing that you can do with corn that you grow. Of course, it's pretty obvious. It's obvious. I'll get my water here. Get my water. I'll just shake that basket around like that. It could stand just a little bit more oil in there. It's getting this to higher low. But it's plenty. There's plenty there. Yeah, boy. Just roll. Ain't nobody in no hurry here. I mean, this is quick. It's quick any way you look at it. But we don't want to overcook them to where they're brown. We want to leave just a little color to them. You cook them too much, and they get too brown. I like them tan, kind of, maybe a little bit brown, but those crunchy edges is what makes it good. We'll see in a minute. That needs roll, see, just a little bit. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, boy. Now that's almost where it needs to be right there. That's where she really needs to be. Right there. That's it. That's where it needs to be. Yes, sir. Good and brown. Look at that. I mean, hey, Hickory King corn right out of the cornfield. Yeah, boy, let that drain just a minute. And then you're ready to roll her right out in the plate there. Put this baby back up and unplug it. I'll put the corn back in the refrigerator while I'm thinking of it. Yeah, boy. It just can't be beat doing stuff like this. It's just hard to beat. I'll lay this right here. And what we do, I'm going to take a little piece of this cornbread. Now it's warm right now. It's good and warm. Hot. Take you a little of that good butter's been sitting on the table. Good and soft. I'd like to poke a few holes in that. That's warm, boy. Just come out of that grease. Put you a little butter on that. Yeah, boy. I mean, this right here, now you can take that and I'll show you. You break that open, watch this. When you open that up, look at that. It's moist in there, but it's cooked. That hot water cooked that. It cooked it. Before it ever went in that deep fryer, that cornmeal was cooked. Hot too. Good. I'll take a little piece here, put a little butter on it. Now the good thing about this is you can put this like in a dish or in the microwave, and this will stay crisp. It'll be this crisp tomorrow. I hope that crunch is not enough to drive you crazy. See that? Inside of that, good and moist. Moist and cooked. See there, that's cooked. That hot water cooked that. I just wanted to show you how you could make something out of your Hickory King corn quick and delicious. Now, I'll take this, put it right here in the microwave. And if you want a snack, that's all there are to it. There's a multitude of things that you can do with growing your corn, like Hickory King corn, or any corn far as that goes. Jimmy Red, any kind of corn. I mean, from corn nuts to corn bread like this. I think that's called hot water cornbread. It's an old recipe. And it's good. It's good, man. It's good. Everybody worries about storing cornmeal and having stuff like that. Grow you some corn. You know, some kind of, I'm not talking about sweet corn, of course, grow that too, but I'm talking about like Hickory King, Jimmy Red, what's the other? Bloody Butcher. My goodness, there's all kinds. Yeah, Indian corn, it don't matter. Corn that's a dent corn, it's hard, you know. I have got a grinder, a Nutri-Mill grinder that'll grind that just like that. Put it in a blender. Of course, that's a pretty good blender. That's a, what is this? It's a Vitamix. It's an older one I've had for years. It's a Vitamix 5200. And I've got the pitcher, the container part that grinds vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. And the shorter one's got a beefier blunt blade in it that busts that seed up. It makes flour. You can grind whatever you want in it. I would assume you can make peanut butter in whatever you wanted. That's all I've got. So don't forget the corn.